Now the tropical update, always at 37 minutes past the hour on Weather Tracker TV.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Let's go and get you caught up on the tropics on this Back to Work Monday. And you know, our tropical records officially go back to 1851, and there has only been 1 year on record that we did not actually have a hurricane form, and that was back in 1914. It was a very weird year. In fact, we only had one tropical storm, one named storm, that entire year. Now, so far this year, we've had 3 tropical storms, but we have actually yet to have a hurricane, and we're in peak hurricane season. It's basically right now through September, and then we'll begin to wind down the season. So it's not completely unprecedented yet, but we're getting there. Each and every other year since 1851, we've at least had 2 hurricanes, other than 1925. And 1925 was also another kind of weird year, and we had 1 hurricane, but it was very late in the season, November into December. I mean, technically almost out of hurricane season, if you will. But again, if we were to have a named storm going forward, the next name would be Danielle, but I can tell you on the horizon, looking over all the latest weather charts this morning, simply put, there's nothing showing up. And in fact, I think our friends over at the National Hurricane Center, they're so bored that they've actually highlighted an area here that's in the open tropical Atlantic. Even though they're highlighting it, you see the yellow X right there. There is officially a 0% chance of formation. So they're highlighting something, but at the same time, it is a 0% chance of formation. Even as we zoom in, kind of take a closer inspection, this is just a disorganized area of weather. And outside of that, you can see it right here, disorganized. Outside of that, again, there's just nothing going on, right? So even as we talk about the Gulf of Mexico, even as we talk about the Caribbean Sea, where this time of year with the warm water there, we do begin to watch those areas. Simply put, quiet. Now, of course, over the weekend, we did have a tropical wave, nothing named, move on to the southern Texas coast, continues to cause active rain there. But again, there's no life expectancy with that. And even as we look out here into our main development zone, I mean, look at this. Look how unusually quiet this is, right? This is a big area of high pressure. This is dry air, sinking air, still dusty. Believe it or not, we're still getting Saharan dust off the continent of Africa, so conditions just not prime for development. Intertropical convergence zone, the monsoon trough here, also looking unusually quiet. You can see 1 wave coming off the coast of Africa. We'll see what that does. But again, even as we look at the model data here going forward, in this situation, you'd be looking for areas of orange or yellow showing up, which would show us areas of spin or vorticity. I mean, you don't need to put on your glasses. There's nothing you're missing here. There's just, again, nothing showing up whatsoever. So it's a weird season, like I said, not completely unprecedented yet. We'll continue to track it, obviously, going forward in time. The Eastern Pacific does remain fairly active, though. This is now Tropical Depression 10E. I don't think much is going to happen with this. I don't even think this is going to make it to a tropical storm. I don't think it's going to become named. It's mainly an area of disturbed weather, but the National Hurricane Center now at least classifying this as a depression. Winds right around 30 miles per hour. It is drifting off to the west at right around 2 miles per hour. Whenever you see tropical depressions or storms that kind of stall out, they're not moving a whole lot, typically there's not a lot of strengthening going on with those. Even our 5-day formation zone, again, kind of looking out here into the extended, at least nothing really on the horizon, even in the Eastern Pacific. Quick check of the model, just kind of rolling this through the next 5 to 7 days. Again, you can also see things out here getting a little quieter than they've been as well. We'll continue to track it, but also talk more about our local forecast. That's coming up. Stay with us.